goodness.
My Lord.
That is up at the Dunlop curves, I think.
Wheels.
Oh my God, the wheels come over the wall.
That is the Dunlop curves, contact between the Audis and the Ferrari. And that's McNish.
Yeah, his race is finished. And he's
oh my God.
How he didn't go over the wall. Wow,
Jeez.
That is a big one.
Okay, well, that is going to bring out the safety car, and all eyes will be on the recovery vehicles for Allan McNish. Now, how fortunate is it that that car is a coupe? The 58 Ferrari had just left the pit lane, will have been going an awful lot slower than full racing pace. And it's not just the Audi team, it's everybody. Everybody, the pit lane should be closed. Cars are trying to leave, but let's have a look. Nish dives inside the number one car. And that was an attempt at passing for the lead, I believe. And debris flying everywhere. Lots of photographers down in there. That's a very familiar viewing point.
Safety cars are out.
Media. Of course, the safety cars are out. They'll be scrambled all around the circuit. And certainly the 58 Ferrari was involved in that. As we saw, it had just been in and out of the pits. And the car is still upside down. You can see the damage to the barriers. This is the onboard view from car number one, I believe. We'll see McNish appear, and the Ferrari comes over online, and I wonder if he even knew it was there behind the sister Audi. I can't imagine he would have tried to make the pass if he did. Well, Anthony Beltoise was at the wheel of that Ferrari. That would have come absolutely out of the blue. That would have been like a bomb going off in the passenger door for him. And for McNish, the horror of seeing, there he is.
Oh, thank God.
That is all we care about.
Oh, thank God.
He's pretty winded, as you can see.
But as you can imagine.
This is going to show, this is a real testament to what that vehicle is. I have to say that right now, because that was one of the biggest accidents I've ever seen.
The circuit's bigger problem is what you're looking at the bottom right-hand corner. That guardrail's been damaged. They're going to have to rebuild that before we can go racing again.
That is ultimately very fixable.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely certain McNish had no idea the Ferrari was there. He saw his teammates slowing unaccountably, had to go for the inside.
And you know, I don't even think the Ferrari knew McNish was there.
Oh, certainly not.
No chance. So it was one of those horrible situations that you get in sports car racing where neither party was aware. Both of them were being aware of the person they'd seen, but it was just one of those racing accidents.
So McNish has come through the Dunlop curve. He's accelerating hard out of the exit, over the brow. Oh, my goodness. The number one car, or whatever it is, he'll have recognised it as an Audi. Very slow in front of me. Swerved to go round. Managed to have enough track to go round the number one Audi of Timo Bernhardt. Had no idea at that stage as he crested the rise why there was a slow car in front of him. But
thank God he's okay.
And again, we've got this problem we saw at Sachsenring in the ADAC Masters race. When a gull wing car is upside down, you cannot open the doors.
Well, you know, the blessed relief is that Allan McNish has walked out of it. And again, part of that is due to how strongly these modern cars are built. And absolutely in that accident, I'm sure, part of it due to the fact that this year the Audi is a coupe. I would not have liked to have seen that accident with an open-top car. Well, now the safety cars are out. Pit lane will be closed for the moment until the next safety car queue has gone by. Now, because it's not on the pit straight, you can't take the drivers through the pit lane to avoid the debris. But, of course, we've seen all the debris is over on the extreme driver's right going up out of the Dunlop curve. And there's Anthony Beltoise. He still wants to get out of the car, if you wouldn't mind. He's okay. Undoubtedly, he will have spoken to the marshals. And actually, look, really looks like that was only a glancing blow.
Relatively undamaged, isn't it? As you said quite rightly, Anthony was just taking his line, had no idea there's an Audi passing the Audi behind him.
Well, straight out of the pits, of course, where you come on the racetrack, a Ferrari there would have been doing 150 miles an hour out of the pit lane. He'll have been released from a 60km/h speed limit, so he won't have been doing anything like race pace. And Stuart, you know, everybody watching knows, as Stuart Hall joins us in the booth, Stuart, everybody watching that accident will have known, you know, immediately what was going on. But actually, we've seen Allan McNish get out. What we really want to hear is that everybody who is behind the wall, all the journalists, all the spectators are okay. We were just behind there this morning at Nissan's hospitality, which is raised about 10 or 12 feet up. And again, you have to say, You know, it's entirely possible that bits of car have flown up in there as well. So we really want to hear as soon as we can that everybody else is A-OK. And the 58 car, again, glancing blow.
And what you're seeing now is there's a huge queue forming in the pit lane. The safety car, what happens is when the safety car goes past the pit lane, they close the exit of the pit lane. So all these guys who've been very opportunistic, seeing that there's a safety car, come into the pits. They're now being held at the end of the pit lane, and the safety cars come past. You can see it now, look, they're being held. It's like a great big high-glass traffic jam at the moment. The safety car's gone and they're being released, but those guys have lost an awful lot of time.
I think, thankfully, it appears that, well, when we saw the initial accident happen, it looked like that barrier did the job that it was put there to do. I mean, he managed to bounce back off it almost. Looked like he was going to land in the middle with everyone. It was just colossal.
Well, you see, there are few people have been hit by bits of carbon fibre and bits of flying bodywork and door, but actually the major component that came off the wheel bounced safely without hitting anybody and rolled down the hill. And like the rest of us,
very emotional, Dr.
Yeah,
Ulrich
absolutely. In tears there when he saw Allan McNish getting out, as you can well imagine.
And what you do find in a coupe is that when Allan had gone past, in a car with an open top, you'd probably have the Ferrari in his peripheral vision, but with the A-pillar, the front of the A-pillar where the screen joins on, you're going to lose the Ferrari in your vision. So he would have gone past, the Ferrari would have been lost, and maybe he drifted out. Didn't look very much like he drifted out, and the Ferrari was obviously turning in. Those guys have come together and it's just fired him off.